A very good evening to one and all present here. I, Naina Vermishran, welcome you all to the second day of Vritika 2021 Convention of Media Students organized by DME Media School, Delhi Metropolitan Education, Noida, a premier college affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University and approved by Bar Council of India. DME Media School is one of the most promising media institutes in the country. It offers BA in journalism and mass communication. It is recognized as a school focused on the growth of its faculty and students through academic and co-curricular activities. Major flagship events and initiatives of the school include BG Varghese Lecture Series, Peer-to-Peer FDP, International Film Festival SIFI, International Conference ICANN, and Vritika Convention of Media Students. And newly added in the list is VIS Vibrant India Series. The 3-day convention of media students is being conducted from October 11th to 13th, 2021 on the theme United India, Unique Minds. Our hashtag is Youth for India. Our media partner for Vritika 2021 is Jai Hind Times. The event is powered by Spark, the student body of DME Media School. Spark, that is, students with positive attitude and resonating communication. Vritika 2021 is a convention of media students, aims to provide a platform to engage media students in thought-provoking discussions, debates and discourse, and enhance their confidence and personality through the deliberations and develop consciousness among the media students for responsible and accountable professional conduct. Vritika 2021 includes 7 live competitions, 8 pre-submission events, and 3 workshops. Today, I welcome you all to Digital Art Competition, and the theme for the competition is Including the Excluded. Our judges are Mr. Satyabrata Rai and Ms. Janita Sabu. Our industry judge is Mr. Satyabrata Rai. Satyabrata Rai is a graphic designer with over 9 years of experience in advertising, graphic art, contemporary art direction, and illustration. He has worked on several landmark projects, such as creating stop motion animation for UNESCO, poster for National Award winning documentary Ravana Chaya, brand look for leading restaurant Delhi Heights, and developing award winning campaign for Max Healthcare. He was also part of the contemporary artist group Rax Media Collective and assisted them in designing and installing exhibitions at Kochi Benel, Venice Benel, Museum di Lekenhall, Whitaker Foundation's Gallery, and National Gallery of Modern Art. He is also a comic artist and runs his own graphic series, Soliloquies at Night. He currently lives in Delhi. And our alumni judges, Ms. Janita Sabu. Janita Sabu is a graduate in journalism and mass communication from Delhi Metropolitan Education. She aspires to be a research strategist in the field of development communication. She has many published researches to her credit, including analyzing implementation of data journalism in English newspapers, proposing models for data-driven reporting in newspapers, in DME Journal of Communication. She co-authored a chapter in the research project titled Cyberbullying, the Dark Side of Social Media, amongst others. She has internship experience with the Pioneer and the Center for Advocacy Research, a non-profit organization working for the development of marginalized communities of India. He contributed to their newsletters, which were primarily for the stakeholders, which included Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation, Uttar Pradesh Technical Support Unit, and National Health Mission. He also volunteered for a campaign proposal program offered by Shezuba for an NGO based in Gujarat, particularly working on the welfare of farmers in rural Gujarat. Now, talking about the competition, digital art is an artwork created similarly to drawings and paintings, but through digital technology, which is often through devices like tablets and computers. Since digital art competition was a pre-submission competition, we have received 8 entries from various colleges and universities of India. Now, I would like to request our technical team to showcase all the entries received for our judges and audience. The entries will be judged on the basis of the theme that is related, creativity, originality, and its aesthetic aspects. Now, I request Ms. Khushi to take the session forward.
Respected judges, the participants are also here with us. You may also ask them any questions regarding their submissions. Technical team, please showcase the entries.
Before we showcase the entries, I would request Dr. Sushmita Bala, Head, DME Media School, to please give us the opening remarks. Ma'am.
Thank you, Mudita. Welcome, Mr. Satyavrat Rai and Janita Sabu in this session as a judge. It's time of digital work, and digitally we are sound, and सभी इस समय डिजिटल वर्क फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं, डिजिटल वर्ल्ड में काम कर रहे हैं. So it's very good to see all of you as this platform, and let's see creativity of students, creativity of your work. So thank you, Mudita, and thanks to all of you. Then invite presentation, and thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, like Khushi mentioned, we move on to the presentation of the entries received. Khushi, I'm just sharing the presentation.
Ma'am. So our first entry is by Ms. Drishya Madhur from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and the caption of her art is "Break the walls they built. Love in any form shall not be segregated." Our second entry is by Ms. Mannat Chawla from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and the caption of her art is "Before God, all are equal, then who are you to judge?" Our third entry is by Mr. Ashutosh Baghel from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and the caption of his art is "Every being is bound to development." Our fourth entry is by Mr. Himanshu Dabral from Chandigarh University. He has given us a description for his art, which is: this artwork represents the issues of global warming, glacier melting, pollution, and loss of aquatic life. And human comfort is the reason behind these issues. The saddest part is no one shows the serious concerns regarding these issues, including media and government. The artwork shows some dead fishes and a polar bear who is searching for food but unable to find it as the sea is polluted due to garbage with some ablation floating around. Our fifth entry is by Ms. Nishtha Jain from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and the caption of her art is "Let's bring all the dead birds back and enjoy sunset with them." Our sixth entry is by Ms. Prachi Agarwal from KR Mangalam University, and the caption is "I choose racism. We should not discriminate humans on the basis of their color. Everyone is equal." Our seventh entry is by Mr. Preetam Panda from Delhi Metropolitan Education, and his artwork says "Stop abusing animals." And now our last entry is by Ms. Pragya Noor Seika from Sri Venkateshwara College. The title of her art is "Fallen and Hopeful." Her artwork says that the warrior fought and he saw defeat. He was blown away by a force that he couldn't defend himself from. He falls through the roof of an old evacuated factory, lands comfortably on his feet, because fortunately he got strangled in those cables, brings down his knees and bends on his back, allowing his whole weight that felt more heavy because of his weakness to press against those cables, relaxes, stays there for a while only to witness sparrows and chicks gather around him, cheerful birds as they were, as if they were mocking him as on his defeat. The warrior, though he is hopeful, what the knows is all the mistakes that possibly led him to his defeat. He isn't ready to give up, not yet. His hope-filled eyes open up and gazes at the sunlight intruding the big hall through what he left as a broken roof. He is not badly injured. He was saved by his armor that now remains of no real use. That's it for today's competition. Well, I must say that our participants have such a unique mind in their artwork, And I thank all the participants for joining and taking part in the Vritika 2021. Thank you, technical team, for showcasing the entries. Now, I would like to request our judge, Mr. Satyabrata Rai, to share his comments on the entries.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Uh, First of all, I would like to thank Delhi Metropolitan Education for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I would like to thank the dean and the faculty members who are in touch with me. So before we get into the evaluation process, I just want to give everyone, a brief introduction to what digital art is all about. So it all began here. I think most of you are like aware of the fact that it all began in the mid 1950s to 1970s, where a lot of artists were experimenting a lot with their arts, and they were questioning about the very idea of what is high art and what is low art, and they were experimenting a lot, and they were using machines like tele typewriters and plotters to create their artwork. And then with the advent of internet and softwares like Corel Draw, Photoshop, and Illustrator, it developed a lot. It developed further. This was towards the 90s and early 2000s. And as most of us are digital natives, and uh, we have done some kind of digital art, almost every one of us, in our lives. It could be random photo editing in softwares like Photoshop, or sketching something in WordPad, or creating GIFs for our social media posts, etc. So we are digital artists in one form or the other. So getting into the evaluation process, so there were several criteria that were given for the evaluation, out of which few were very important. Like the first was the originality, not just of form, but also of the originality of the idea, how one has understood the idea and how one has executed it. And it could be like one has created a totally new stuff, totally new idea, or has used existing materials like photographs or illustrations or vectors, and used them and created a totally new artwork out of it, something which is totally different. It was something else, but at the end of the day, through his artistic stuff, his creativity, he has created something which is totally different. So these were the two ways of looking at originality. The other was clarity of the theme, the clarity of the concept, how well the participant has understood the concept, and how well he has articulated that idea in his artwork, along with technical expertise, like overall composition of the artwork, the use of fonts, the use of color, figures, forms, etc. So I would like to mention names of uh, Drishya Mathur, Pragyanu Saikia, and Pritam Panda. Yeah, Pritam Panda. So you guys have used interesting techniques, and especially Pragyanul. You have a very good idea and understanding about 3D illustrations. So I would want you to continue with your speciality. Mm, and Drishya, you have picked up a very strong idea. I think you have understood the theme
Thank you, sir.
very nicely. All you need is a slight more expertise, more practice on your technical stuff. Things like how to build up a good typography, how to give proper finishing to your illustrations, sense of color, and all those technical stuff. Otherwise, idea wise, it was very nice.
Thank you, sir.
And overall, all the students have come up with really good themes, interpreted the themes in a theme in a very nice way. So, I would want all of you to know that digital art, like any other art form, is a very big, umbrella concept. And this particular competition might not give you the kind of result that you might have thought about, but you should always keep on, trying. And uh, use softwares. If you guys are using softwares like Photoshop or CorelDRAW, keep on digging deeper. Use your um, use the tools. Play around with different tools, and go to the internet, go to YouTube, look at various tutorials, follow them, and you may never know, what you might come across. Try the trial and error method. You keep on trying the trial and error method, and who knows, you might just end up cracking your own style, cracking your own artistic style, and come up with a better result, a result which is better than what you had thought. So that's all I would like to say, and I would want to wish all of you very best of luck for your artistic endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request our judge, Ms. Janita Sabu, to share her comments on the entries.
So, as her already said, it's an enriching journey. Everyone has their own learning experience. तो मेरे ख्याल से भी जो आप कर रहे हो, of course करते रहो, don't give up, and obviously explore new software, क्योंकि एक सॉफ्टवेयर से आप एक्सपर्टीज गेन करने के बाद आपको दूसरे सॉफ्टवेयर पे भी जाना पड़ता है ताकि आप और चीजें एक्सप्लोर कर सको. ऑफ कोर्स जैसे सर ने कहा, मुझे भी प्रज्ञानो साइकरा का जो काम था वो बहुत अच्छा लगा. इट वाज रियली अ नाइस कॉन्सेप्ट, एंड not to mention I really liked your color scheming over there. तो जो आपने रिप्रेजेंटेशन किया वो बहुत ही अच्छा था, तो kudos to you. बाकी आर्टिस्ट का काम भी मुझे काफी ज्यादा अच्छा लगा, एंड स्पेशली द थीम विच वाज सिलेक्टेड, इट वाज मोर ऑफ सोशल, एंड उसमें एक आर्टिस्टिक लेयर लाना एक बहुत ही काबिल तारीफ वाली बात होती है. तो कुडोस टू ऑल ऑफ यू. बाकी जो भी इवैल्यूएशन हो, जो भी हो, दिस इज नॉट द एंड ऑफ द डे, और ऐसा नहीं कि इस कंपटीशन से ही सिर्फ आपकी काबिलियत को इवैल्यूएट किया जा रहा है. जस्ट अ पार्ट. तो इसके बाद जो भी हो, डोंट गिव अप, और डिजिटल आर्ट को एक्सप्लोर करो. इट शुड बी एन एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ व्हाट यू ट्रूली फील, क्योंकि मैं भी पोएट्री करती हूँ, एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई डू. आई एक्सप्रेस व्हाट आई फील. तो आपके आर्ट से भी वही आना चाहिए. तो एंड a big congratulations to all the participants, क्योंकि अपना काम किसी प्लेटफॉर्म में लेकर आना भी बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. तो कुडोस टू ऑल ऑफ यू. यू आपने हिम्मत दिखाई, आपने काम किया, और आप यहाँ पे वृतिका में पार्टिसिपेट करने आए. तो congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Miss Naina to take over.
Thank you, Kushi. So with this, we come to the conclusion of the session. Participants, if you have any queries or you want to ask something regarding the art to Satyavrata sir or Jinta ma'am, you can ask also.
We have Mannat. We have Mannat raising her hand. Mannat.
Okay, Mannat, please.
I want to share my experience with you all. So first of all, I want to thank DME for this opportunity. It was a great theme, and especially we got a great chance to it was innovative and exciting for all of us. And through this opportunity, we get a chance to express what we feel. And thanks to you all.
Most welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mannat. So the results will be announced in the valedictory function of Vritika 2021, which will be held on 13th October at 5 p.m. Now, I would like to request Ms. Mudita Raj, Assistant Professor, DME Media School, to say the word of thanks.
Thank you so much, Naina. Thank you so much, Kushi. Before I give the formal vote of thanks, I want to say that what the world that we are living in is hyper-visual in nature. And competitions and medium like digital arts allows us to reach people who we don't know. It allows us and the message that we want to give out to reach to people who don't know our language. It allows us to transcend the political boundaries, the global boundaries that are there. So thank you so much to all the participants who participated. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be delivering the vote of thanks that this evening on behalf of my team, because this event would not have been possible without the support and encouragement of the names that follow. I would like to put on record my immense gratitude to the management of DME. Without the support of Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, Honorable Justice Bhavar Singh, Director General DME, and Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME, would not have been able to come this far. I also thank them for giving us this wonderful opportunity and the resources to execute the same. I am thankful to Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, and Dr. Susmita Bala, Head DME Media School, for their constant guidance and encouragement at every step. I must particularly thank our distinguished guests who have joined us today, Mr. Satyabarta Rai and Ms. Janita Sabu, for taking out time of their busy schedules and joining us. I would also like to thank our student coordinators of Vritika 2021, Shreya Jha, Muskan Baveja, Yashika Agrawal, Prakhar Pandey, Shiv Dhawan, Priya Yadav, Souvik Mandal, Khushi Nagpal, Vishal Das, and Shruti Pandey for their cooperation and coordination, and the technical team for their excellent technical support. I would like to thank Ms. Sukriti Arora, Mr. Mohammad Kamil, and Mr. Vishal Sahai for managing media coverage. I would like to thank Mr. Yokesh Sharma, Mr. Sumantra Sartidas, and Mr. Sachin Nair for their technical support. I would also like to take a moment and thank Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Mr. Pramod Pandey, Mr. Mohit Kishore Vats for their cooperation. I would like to thank all the faculty conveners of Vritika 2021, Dr. Manasvi Maheshwari, Dr. Krishna Pandey, Ms. Shruti VS, and Dr. Teenam Bora for ensuring the smooth execution of the session. And lastly, thank you all the participants without whom this entire session of digital art would not be possible. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We have our next event, that is cartoon making competition. I request everyone to join there. Thank you.